Hi, I'm Amber Whittemore. I'm the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm hoping that we're going to have fun making this card today. You can find me at amberwhittemore.stampinup.net. I'd love to be your demonstrator. But for right now, I just want to play. So the stamp set we are going to use is Dragonfly Garden with its double punch. Comes with a little dragonfly and a big dragonfly. And all these lovelies. But the first thing we're going to work on is the blending brushes. Using this little thing right here. And I do this first because, as you can see, I got it all over. So we're going to do this first, clean up our mess, and then assemble our card. So we're going to blend two different pieces of cardstock, or spotlighting, depending on how you want to look at it. The small pieces of white cardstock are 2 1/4 by 1 and 2 3/8. This is for our cement. This is for our little sunflower flowers going on in the middle. So, and we're going to be using Misty Moonlight, and this is a monochromatic card, so you only need 1 ink. And obviously you can change it to whatever ink you want. Alright, so the first one, the blending brushes are something new. They're from the JJ Mini new catalog, January through June mini catalog. Really awesome. Nice smooth head, very soft, real simple. So I'm going to show you a quick little tutorial how to use them. Real simple. So you sit there, you take your ink, tap. The trick is you want a piece of scrap paper, and you want to tap a little bit off because you don't want that little thing, and then you're going to make circles. And you're pressing light because the trick is you can add more color, but you can't take it away. Once it's done, it's done. See? Simple as that. Change this white cardstock into something cool. So we're going to put that aside, and now we're going to do the same thing to our little piece of white cardstock that we're going to use as a sediment. Just to give it a little bit of interest. Breaks up the white cardstock on our card. And it all comes together really nice. Do it till you're happy. I like it. So to clean off your brush, all you do is you keep rubbing around until you don't get any ink on, like so. No ink. They do stain, but that you can put any color on right now, and they're washable. Alright, so learn from my experience. After you're done blending, I flip my scrap piece of paper just because I didn't want to get a mess. So the first one I'm going to do is the big cardstock. We're gonna use this big one, but we're not gonna actually stamp this whole thing. So I'm just going to ink up the part that I want. So we're good. And then we're gonna go like so. There it is. Look how pretty that is. I'm gonna take my shimmy sham, scrub off that ink. I like to clean it off as soon as I'm done. And then put it aside. So we got our one piece done. Now I'm gonna go straight to our sediment. And we're gonna use Thank You for Your Kindness. I love this sediment. I love the writing in it. Sit in there, ink it up. Be very careful. And voila. Got it. And if you push too hard on this stamp, it tends to halo, unfortunately. So the lighter touch, I put a lot of ink on and then do a light touch. So for right now, we're going to close this up. I don't need this right now until later. Now, we are going to, here's our card. I have a piece of cardstock that will be our card base. It's standard, it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and it's basic white. So that's ready to go. And then Misty Moonlight, I have a 2 1/2 by 1 1/8, and I ran it through the fine art or painted texture embossing folder, but you don't have to. It's optional. I just like it because it breaks apart the blue, gives it a little interest in the background. That is totally up to you. And I have a piece of the crinkled seam binding ribbon, and it's in Whisper White. But the fun thing about this, it's in the annual catalog, but you can take your alcohol markers and actually dye this any color you have. So it's very versatile in itself. But I have a piece cut exactly how I want. So I'm going to use my Stampin' seal and flip my blue piece over. And then I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to stick this. Like so. And you don't want it too tight, then it will crinkle. Sticky. So I'm going to lay it flat. Try not to touch my tape. Just slowly put it in there. So it's nice and flat where I want it. And I should not have stuck that to my paper. So now I'm going to add, oops, and this is Stampin' Seal. This is an adhesive that Stampin' Up! Sells. So I'm going to take my card base, and this bad boy is going to go right off the edge. Right to the edge. To give it almost a binding. So put that there. So The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to take the smaller piece of Misty Blue that's going to be used to mat this. And for anybody who's not good at eyeballing it, use glue. Tombow glue is another glue that we sell. A little bit goes a long way. So I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna mat it. And the reason I say use glue is you can adjust it before it dries. So then it's just what it is. And the next thing I'm going to do is I have my designer series paper, my Dandy Garden designer series paper. I chose a different one actually than my actual sample, but I used Misty Moonlight. I needed the colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that right here. So it's kind of centered. See, I don't want to do it that way. I want those that matters with this one. Put it right there. And there we go. Like so. I'm going to close this glue up for a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do is take out my scrap of Misty Moonlight cardstock and my Dragonfly punch. I'm going to flip it over the back. It's easiest. And then slide it in. You can see that it's in there. And I need 2 dragonflies out of here. There's one. And I'm going to play with that. And 2. I'm happy with them. And they lock. Great way for storage. They lock. Store nice and flat. So we're getting all our pieces together. Alright. So as you can see, I got the little dragonflies cascading. Like they're fluttering all the way up. So we're going to do the same thing before we apply anything else. So we need the little fluttering dragonflies. And your Misty Moonlight again. I'm going to go like this. Bat, bat, bat. That's good. Take my awesome cleaning chamois. Stick it in there. Put that aside. And we are done with ink. Alright. So we're going to take my little flower piece. I didn't mat it because it has all this stuff going on under there, but you can. You wanted to give it another dimension. A little bit of glue so I can play with it. It doesn't like me. So I went over. Tried to do a little bit of both. Yeah, I like that. There we go. So you can see the third base of our card. One second. So over here. You can glue these down. I'm going to actually use this time the mini dimensionals, because why not? Give it a little fun. Little cascading ones. And then I have regular dimensionals, full size. I'm going to use this one up, which is good. I think we're good. Don't want to waste any. Trying to use up all my other sheets. That's it there. Somewhere right there. There we go. Little dimensionals. And if you so choose, using my take a pick tool, love this thing, you can put an embellishment on there. Doesn't need it. This time I'm going to put it right there, just to bring it some bling. Put as much as little on there. It's your card. And that is it. And I love the fact that they all turn out a little bit different every time. But there it is. Your simple, thank you for your kindness, monochromatic Dragonfly card. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching. And you can find me on Facebook with Creating with Amber, or as my regular Facebook, Amber Marie. And you can shop with me at amberwhittemore.stampinup.net. Well, that's all she wrote. So, have a great day. Bye-bye.